What's up, everybody? It's Bear with BearIndependent.com, joined by Dr. Trey from Aeolus Defense and Twitch, the Shield Bearer of Faith. We're going to talk about plate carrier setup today, but rather than showing you all the super cool, ultra tactical, cool guy ways that I set up my plate carrier, talk more philosophy of use, slick carrier versus not so slick carrier, more of a heavy duty plate carrier setup, I'd call it. And then a little bit of conversation about which plates and why. And so, Trey, why don't you get us started here as to what we've got on the table. Start talking about this one. What is this?
So this, I had to beg, steal, borrow, cheat, get, however.
He acquired.
Is a current operator's kit. He actually recently got off deployment. He's a gunfighter. This is his kit. This is his kit with level 4 plates, which is super heavy. This is his kit for a deployment that would have kept him out for several weeks to months, where you might need to add some food to this. You might need to add some, just the little things that you might need through the day. You know, so many people say, how do you set up your plate carrier? Well, how do you need to set it up? Most people, they do stuff like this for what matters to them that they needed to use at that time. Like I needed to hook my gloves here. This mission, I needed to have an extra chem light.
Right.
You know, this mission, the pistol mags were digging into my legs, so I put them up here. So it's just how you wear it as to what it is that you carry. But this is a standard, very heavy, very cumbersome, he's on his feet a lot kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can tell just when you picked it up, the effort that it took, you can tell it's got some weight to it.
That's correct. So does this kit fit you? I don't know. Are you out there that long? Maybe it might fit you. This is it's pretty much the gold standard for most gunfighters. It's the Cry JPC. This is the Gen 1. They're using the Gen 2 now, but the Cry JPC, these are level 4 plates. It's very slick. I see a lot of guys will run a certain number of magazines up here. A lot of them are running them on the side. They want to be lowest profile they can. Most of the guys that wear this are in and out. They're there for a very brief amount of time. To be honest with you, most of them probably don't even get dirty, right? They probably don't even break a sweat. They have the ability to, but this is what they wear. This is still the level 4 armor, so you can feel the difference. Weight, cumbersome, it's not as bad.
No, it's not, but it's still level 4 armor.
Yep. Still level 4. All right, then another option is, this is also a very popular kit for guys that do stuff at night. And law enforcement. So this is the London Bridge.
Boogeyman?
The Green-Eyed Boogeyman.
Okay.
This is a London Bridge. This is the new one that they have. I actually prefer this one. It just fits me better. These plates are a little lighter though. These are, what are these, Twitch?
These ones here should be your level 4s, aren't they?
No, they're not the level 4s. These are the in conjunction with from Shot Stop. Okay.
Meaning that they have a hard plate with a soft backer to go in conjunction.
Which, I mean, go ahead and tell me this.
These are polyethylene.
Polyethylene.
And these weigh nothing.
Yeah, very light.
This whole carrier feels like it weighs as much as one of the plates in the Cry.
Which is probably an accurate weight estimate, actually, because we've done a lot of testing here recently with some of this armor, and I'll talk about mine in a second because I've been wearing it for almost 3 days straight.
And this is my choice right now.
Yeah.
I like to be very slick because I do not feel like in my American life that I'm going to get in some extended battle. I'm not going to go camping. I'm not going to be out there for a long time. I have the armor that will stop what I'm training with right now, to where, and the armor that I personally believe I might get in is C in America,
right,
for that ammo.
Yep.
And so this is what I personally carry right now. I like it. I don't care what color it is. It's multicam black because it's what they had in stock, but it's what I'm using now. Each one of these have a different application. And
then I'm wearing a 511 plate carrier. This is actually the one that I personally purchased when I was still doing police work. It was black at one time, since been painted. But this one, I really like that it sits in a manner that's comfortable for me. It's got a lot of padding on the shoulders. That's something that after I've worn plate carriers before, like on the, for example, just comparing density of material.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep. Versus,
Look at that.
yeah, versus this, right?
Yeah.
These are very comparable.
That's right.
And for the operator who's wearing this all day, you want that because of the amount of weight that's here. The level 4, he's got 2 pistol mags, 4 M4 mags, plus a whole bunch of other kit on here.
Right. So it's a consideration to keep in mind, and I can tell you, I'm currently running, just as you know, some testing goes on. I'm running a certain plate from ShotStop in front and back of this, significantly lighter than the plates that I was running in this, that I again purchased myself for cop work. They were just the standard level 3 steel with like the rhino hide coating, right? So 8 pounds each plate, 16 pounds of steel weighing right here. And so in the last 3 days, there is nothing to show on my shoulders of fatigue. Like I don't feel it at all when we get done in the day and I go and I'm gonna go to bed. I don't feel it up here. But I've done workouts, I've done rope climbs, I've done all kinds of stuff with those heavy plates on, those 16 pounds of steel. Absolutely will feel it in an hour.
Yep, and that's a huge talking point, getting back to how should I set up my plate carrier. If you're not wearing your plate carrier and using it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're basically engaging in prepper masturbation at this point. Yes. I bought a bunch of cool molly stuff and I hung it on all the cool molly webbing and now I feel like a cool guy. And I'm not chastising those who haven't had an opportunity yet to go use your stuff. I'm encouraging you to go use your stuff because much like we talked about in the war belt video, if you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. How does a Navy SEAL set up their war belt? The way they need it.
Yep.
How do you set up yours? The way you need it. Yep. How do you set up your plate carrier? You have to know what is the mission, right? Like Trey was saying, you're not anticipating needing to be out here for 30 days at a stretch, right? So 3 mags up front and some armor, good to go for anything you're gonna need to do.
Well, and I was telling you guys that I was running this carrier minus this tourniquet, which is a recent thing for me just because I don't have to do cop stuff anymore. But where I had in place of this was a camera mount because I had to be able to transfer my body cam from my uniform to the plate carrier because Lord help us if we don't record everything we do while we're in armor.
Yep.
So that was a factor. That and I had to be able to mount the mic. So I had to be able to do that.
But other than that, you run a slick carrier and everything else is on your belt line.
That's right.
Because that's your preference.
Yep. And so from cop life, we had to have the belt. I needed to be able to have heavy plates that could go over my soft armor and work in conjunction with whatever my duty belt was.
Now watch how fast this will change. Twitch, since you've been out here with me shooting for a couple of days at 8,000 foot elevation, if you were having to work out here, would you change?
I can honestly tell you no. I can honestly tell you that. The only thing I might change is, depending on what the task is, because it matters, instead of 2 AR mags and then 1 in the gun, because if I'm running an AR mag system down here, I better have a rifle. Otherwise, ditch it. Maybe 1. Maybe. Because honestly, I've worn this stuff so much in some capacity, it's familiar.
We're going to change this with Twitch. We're going to redo a little portion of this as an update video that'll go on Patreon. And Twitch is about to climb some hills, and he's going to lose this belt.
Not going to lose this belt.
He's going to lose the belt.
I'm betting.
It matters where you are and what you're doing. It matters your mobility, and it matters how far you have to go, how long you have to be out, and it matters what you have to strap to your stuff.
Also, what do you expect to do? So...
Yeah, what's your job?
Yeah.
Like within your, we talk a lot about this within the preparedness community. There's a lot of people who are like, well, I want to come to bear camp and bring my 308 rifle with me and be head of security. Yeah, you and everybody else. Yeah. Security is commoditized necessarily for us because it's something everybody needs to know how to do. So within the guise of that, what's your job? Are you standing post somewhere where you probably should have a ballistic helmet and some hard plates on? Or are you the QRF where, some lighter plates and a slick carrier is going to get the job done for you? Or is this part of a vehicle kit that it's in the truck if you need it, if things go sideways? Or do you wear it every day because it's part of your job description? So what are you doing? You have to tailor your loadout to what your job is going to be and what the expected threat is, right? And how you work within the unit, within the team, with whoever it is that you're working with.
Another thing to consider is when you're tossing stuff on your gear, are you coming in and out of a vehicle? That's a big thing because some of this does not work well in confined spaces. We hopped in your in your ATV yesterday, and my knees are long. I'm a tall guy. Had trouble fitting in the back seat. Something that contributed to that was I was wearing equipment that shoved me further forward. I didn't have as much room. And I'm not even wearing a lot of equipment, but if you're tossing on a whole bunch of mags, it does contribute to the space you take up.
Yep.
So sure. So when I pick a plate carrier, I'm going to pick a plate carrier. I have for multiple different things. If you can't afford that and you're just going to buy one, I would buy super high quality. 2, I'd buy super high quality armor.
Yep.
And I would choose shot stop. And 3, I would pick the plate carrier that I foresee me needing for whatever threat level that I perceived. You know, if I perceived that, you know, maybe you're the prepper that says, I'm going to go hide in the woods for a long time, I might choose this really big kit. If you're the guy that says, I might be standing post, I might choose a very small kit. If I'm just saying, you know what, I'm going to have a vehicle that's going to be with me in case I see an active shooter, I'm going to choose the lightest of the kits.
That's where I was going. If you're going to have to run into a building and take out somebody killing kids, you need to get there quick.
Yep. Awesome. So how do you set up a plate carrier? The way you need to set up a plate carrier. There's no wrong way here, but you have to go do things like this in order to know how you need to set your gear up. All right. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Click the like, subscribe, share, all that nonsense. Click the baby bear for Patreon. Trey at aeolusdefense.com. Patreon, YouTube, Twitch with Shield Bearer of Faith, Patreon, and YouTube. We appreciate y'all, Bear Nation. Shalom.